What up? This your boy Bass, and y'all tuned in to another episode of Ian's Podcast. Man, in this episode particular, man, we gonna be touching on a rapper that the younger generation might not know too much about, but I know if you in that 25 and older group, you know about that song Riding Dirty. You know about that Houston wave that came with that screwed up music. Man, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, man. Chamillionaire, however you want to pronounce it. Chamillionaire. You feel me? Known for the song Riding Dirty. He had a few other hits too as well, but he also came out with that, that Paul Wall, that Mike Jones. That Mike Jones era, you feel me, Switch House, and you feel me, that whole screwed up clique. You feel me, they also had, Slim Thug, you feel me, he came out during a time where, you feel me, Houston music was on top, and they was doing their thing for real, and he had a smash hit, you feel me, he even won, you feel me, the 2006 Grammy Awards for Best Rap Performance by a duo group, but we don't want to talk too much about his music. We gonna talk more about Chamillionaire as an entrepreneur, you feel me, and what big move he did last year. And I know, y'all gonna be like, damn, what you bringing up something from last year? I feel like it's last year, but it's something that we need to be thinking about that we could do currently, you feel me, and I understand, like I say, everybody, everybody got their own type of situation that they're in, you feel me, but we use our voice to, you feel me, kind of help, to help empower, but also, give tips, testimonies, and, you feel me, shed light on what's going on to help you get through your current circumstance. So right now, you feel me, there's probably a female woman, you feel me, of color, you feel me, it's probably a black beautiful queen out there that's embarking on her journey of being, you feel me, an entrepreneur, and that's really on that startup grind. You probably got a dog ass idea, dog ass business model, and you probably got everything it takes besides the actual capital. And that's where, you feel me, if you coming from, you feel me, especially if you black, let's keep it all the way 100. If you black, I ain't gonna say 8 times out of 10, but it's a very high percentage that you coming from a short end of the stick, where you come into the ball game where you don't have the same funding or back end that somebody else may come in with. So because you coming in with that disadvantage, you already short-handed when the statistics say that most startups fail within the first 3 years due to either poor structure, poor organization, like just the whole organization, just communication, just poor business model, or just lack of funding. You feel me? They run out of money, or you feel me? They didn't have enough money. But long story short, you feel me? Chamillionaire, you feel me? He teamed up with E40. Shout out to E40 out there in the Bay. That's another dude that we gonna talk about in another podcast episode. But he's also a fellow entrepreneur. But these two teamed up with a portfolio company called Republic. You feel me? And he invested $25,000 into a startup founded by a woman. You feel me? Of color. And to me, I feel like that's pretty dope, especially when you start thinking about the image that's behind hip-hop music and rappers in general. You feel me? Everybody always get to talking about how rappers always talking about bitches and hoes, and how rappers are degrading women and stuff like that. But you got a rapper right here that's really not being publicized. You don't really see him trending on Facebook or Instagram. Everybody now, talking about him. He ain't getting interviewed like that, but he is doing interviews, but he doing interviews in markets where people from his own culture ain't really getting a chance to, soak up what it is that he's actually doing. And the reason why I say that is because you could go find out about what Chamillionaire, I can call him Chamillionaire because he be saying in his rap, but Chamillionaire is doing on platforms like Yahoo Finance. Now let's be real, man, a lot of us ain't really going on Yahoo Finance to learn about, you feel me, black entrepreneurs that are really doing their thing. That's not really a platform that's really, geared towards our demographic, honestly. So utilizing my voice and our platform, like me being in the finance game and in the stocks and learning how to invest and stuff like that, I'm going out there to actually go seek the information, you feel me? And that's when I came across that. I'm like, damn, you feel me? Like, I know somebody out there is trying to help empower these black sisters get started, and just really get the ball rolling, you feel me? And I know it's somebody out there, like, as far as black men, because it's not really too much being said in the media about black men that's empowering black women. You feel me? Like, I don't understand why, but as a media company, we gonna take full advantage and we gonna put that shit out there. And that's gonna be one of our big agendas, because right now you see on social media, it's a lot of hype and a lot of conversation being started, and I feel like it's some agenda behind this too. That's basically saying like black men got to start protecting black women, and you got people picking sides, but it's like, you feel me? But like, hold on now, let's pay attention to the wins we do got. Sometimes we don't give credit to the wins we do got. There's individuals out here that's doing that. How about we shed some light on them and then we just follow suit? You feel me? We don't necessarily got to do what they doing, but then we can be like, oh shit, like this can inspire me to go think about, damn, maybe I got a girlfriend or something who's always talking to, she doing her nails, and right now she a sole proprietor, which means basically she taking on all the liabilities. Baby, let me go ahead, this next paycheck, I'm gonna go pay for your LLC. You feel me, brothers? Like, for real, my guys. Like, you feel me? Let's start thinking like that. You feel me? That's another way that you could put your lady on. Or it don't even gotta be your lady. It could be your sister, anybody like that. You feel me? I'm talking to the women in my family, and just the women that, like, I know be like, hey man, you feel me? Like, if you gotta hustle, man, go ahead and do that. And I like that Chamillionaire, he really, and also rapper E40. Let's not, you feel me? Let's not discredit E40. E40 is in on this whole thing too. But he was one of the ones that also did it too, man. But Chamillionaire, like, he made it big, you feel me? And not even off of just doing the music. That is one artist that, if you are a music artist and you listen to this, or just an entrepreneur that's thinking about, like, how do I flip what I'm currently doing into what I ultimately want to do, you can also look at his blueprint too. He went from being a rapper to being a full entrepreneur, like venture capitalist, you feel me? Like, from investing into the Lyft app early on, which he made bank on, to also just investing in the tech early on, which he knew that lacked a lot of people of color. And I'm gonna be real, like, with us doing this whole podcast, everything like that, man, it is not a lot of people of color, which honestly, people always say people of color, black people. I know there's some, there's some political, around words. I shouldn't say black, or I shouldn't say nigga, I shouldn't say certain things. I understand I have a platform and I should really own up to that, and really but honestly, black, I love the power of black. I love black. I love what black stand for, so I'm gonna always say black. I just want to just put that in there just real fast. But long story short, but when it come down to the tech industry, there is a gap between black people that are being involved, like as far as being coders and stuff like that, but also on the investing side, you feel me? And when our culture, we ain't gonna move on anything that we don't know about or we haven't seen somebody else have success in. So therefore, if somebody was to come to you like, hey man, I'm about to try to start up this company, you feel me? I'm about to try to make an app, and you be like, bro, I ain't never see you get down with no computer or anything like that. A lot of times we're gonna be, on like, kind of like, reluctant to kind of really invest into something like that, you feel me? But now I feel like in this day and age, we gotta take those investments, even if it's yourself, like, you feel me? Like, if you want to go make an app, learning how to code yourself and being able to go make your app, you feel me? A lot of individuals be talking to me like, dog, how am I going to start a company if I work 40 hours a week and I'm a parent? It's like, depending on what your business is, that's what you really got to get down to. And I ain't going to go too far into that, you feel me? That's something completely different. We going to go backtrack. We going to go back to Chamillionaire and just basically just looking at his blueprint of how he got to where he's at, to where he's helping empower black queens upon their journey of just doing startups. You feel me? Being an entrepreneur. And that's something that we lack, especially in America right now. You feel me? And especially with all this shit going on, we got to get that black economy right and self-efficient. And it start with our queens too. It can't just be the guys. It got to be the queens too. So long story short, the dude took his rap money, you feel me, and didn't just rely on rap money. He took the rap money, flipped that, and invested into just various different startups and companies, and he was able to win big off that. But taking that, he took that money again, and then now he reinvesting it into his own. You feel me? So what I see from his blueprint also too is the art of flipping. You feel me? Flipping your money, but also realizing, you feel me, the value of what you investing into. You feel me? He went from music, him being a part of the hip hop culture and things of that nature. You feel me? He was fully invested in what was going on around him. You feel me? Everybody, he got Paul Wall, you got Slim Thug, Mike Jones. You got, Houston was on during that time, and he took that and ran with it. You feel me? But he also, after that, you feel me? After he made him some little chips, he also took that and invested that into something else. He took that next leap. And a lot of times we hear a lot of individuals talk about Jay-Z, you feel me, shout out to Nip, much respect, much love to Nip, and I'm not knocking or discrediting anything like that, but I'm just saying that the scope of black entrepreneurs that made it, basically like we look at that, made it to that next level, and not just being a rapper, they're an actual business owner or business mogul. I feel like he's one of them that don't get enough credit, and throughout this whole podcast, we're gonna be shedding light on all that. Just like how on Drink Champs they talking about they try to give you roses while you still alive. Man, we about the hustlers, the ones that's making the most out of their current circumstance, because means eating in the streets, which to us, eating in the streets is when you making the most out of your current circumstance. No matter how you doing it, if you starting a business, it always starts at the ground level. You gonna have to print out your business cards, you feel me? You on the ground level, you most likely when you vendoring, you in the streets with it, you feel me? You doing pop-up at shows and things like that, you feel me? And you going to these networkers, you really putting in that groundwork, that leg work, and that's what we mean by we in the streets with it. So I don't really want to talk our ears off to death. I just want to shed some light on Chamillionaire, you feel me, and what he had going on, you feel me, from his breakout song with Riding Dirty, taking that money, you feel me, investing in the various tech companies like Lyft early on, and getting that check up off that, and then turning into a full-on mogul and philanthropist, started investing back into his own culture. Now I understand that everybody can't come out with a breakout hit. Like, let's be real. But like I said, like giving an example, you might got a girlfriend, a sister, or a homegirl that got this dog ass idea or got this dog ass concept, but they just need a little help getting in the dough. And if you was like, damn, I'll go blow this 150 on these motherfucking all white forces, you can go blow 150 on their future, basically, like invest into them. And that might be that little that they might be needing, because they might only got 150 left, and they gotta make that hard decision, like, do I want to, that sacrificing decision where you could just take that off out of them and like make that decision making more easier for them. Like, man, go chase your dream. You feel me? That's why I think a lot of us, especially coming from our culture, we don't get enough chance to really go chase our dreams. We feel like we were forced into, like, basically having to survive. I gotta make it. So if it ain't making, if you don't see it helping you make ends meet today, you don't see the long-term goal. And for our black queens, we need to, you feel me, like I said, you feel me, like, let's take some pride in, putting them on. Just as we put on our brothers, we could put on our sisters too. So shout out to Chamillionaire for what he doing, you feel me, taking his own money, teaming up with E40, another black man, you feel me, making it in the music industry. He's been in E40, we're gonna do an episode about him, you feel me, because he's been in the game a long time and been able to maintain and sustain himself, you feel me. And he got that drink called that 40 water, yeah. But I'm gonna get back to the whole business side. But yeah, you feel me, just from him having his own liquor, from him having his own, music, from doing the music label, clothing brand, E40 then did it all, man. And he's a part of all. But really, like I said, man, just shedding light on these black entrepreneurs, those that have taken their blessings and, just triple that. But in this particular episode, we just want to say shout out to Chamillionaire. You feel me? Shout out to that whole Houston wave that he came out with. But most definitely shout out to Chamillionaire. You feel me? Going from music to tech to venture capitalist. You feel me? And also going back into his grassroots and start from where he came from. You feel me? Because we all came from if you black, you came from a black woman, right? So put on for them too. It's your boy Bass. Y'all tuned in to Eating in the Streets, and this is Ian's podcast, baby. We making the most of our current circumstance. Let's get it.